What's going on, Internet? It is your boy, Eric Bandholz, back again with another awesome episode from Beardbrand. Hope all's going well on the other side of the Internet. If you guys haven't noticed, my beard is pretty much the shortest it's been in nearly 3 years, pretty much since I started growing it out. You can see my neck. I'm sure many of you guys have never seen my neck before. This is what my neck looks like for all y'all out there. But I wanted to talk to you guys about trimming your beard and how it's important to do it on a regular basis. And I'll be firsthand guilty that I'm not the most frequent of beard trimmers, but today I've got a pretty short beard. Why do you want to trim your beard? Well, the reason is your hairs will come in at different speeds. So you've got slow growers and you've got fast growers. And when the fast growers start growing out, it's going to start to make your beard look more wispy than it normally is. So a good trim is going to be able to even up the hairs that are growing at an equal speed. So during the growing phase, you can trim it to keep it all even. Or if we're just maintaining it, then trimming is going to be a great way to maintain it. The other thing is your beard's going to get split ends. So it's going to get damaged. You're going to sleep on it on your pillow. You're going to pull at it. You know, an average man touches their beard 720 times a day. So it's very likely just you stroking your beard, you're going to cause split ends. And trimming off the split ends is going to be a healthy way to keep your beard looking its best, looking its healthiest, staying groomed. But I want to give you some tips on how to trim it. There's really two ways to trim a beard. You can do it yourself or you can have someone else do it. I personally have always been a guy to trim it myself. That's why it's kind of a little bit of a trust thing. You know, I think when you invest so much time into your beard and growing your beard, you got to have a lot of faith to go to a barber and make sure that they don't really cause damage to it. But when you've had a beard as long as I've had, I started growing in May of 2011, then you realize that, you know, beards grow back. You're going to grow back even if they screw up. It's going to grow back. It's no big deal if they cut it too short. So once you've had a beard for a certain period of time, then it's good to, you know, maybe even change up your look every once in a while. So you guys know I'm growing my hair out. Maybe we try a little bit longer hair up top and a little bit shorter beard. And it's good to like always be evolving your style. You know, you never want to be stagnant with your style. You want to evolve and grow and change. And that could be a longer beard. That could be a shorter beard. That could be no beard. For me, I don't think there'll ever be no beard. I love having a beard. But I think the length that you have is something that's always going to be up to you and for you to control. And then the mustache as well. You know, I trimmed up the length of the mustache. So normally it's kind of out here and it does a funny thing like that. But I trimmed up the edges of it. So if you're going to trim it yourself, what you'll need to do is start with some hair trimming scissors. Conveniently, we sell these on our stores, but you can get hair cutting shears anywhere. Ours are a little bit higher quality than the stuff you'd find at Walmart or online or generic. We're using Japanese steel in here. But, you know, it's not rocket science, guys. It's scissors. One thing that I have learned over the years is how to hold it properly. So you've got a rest here for 2 fingers. You put the 3rd finger in the hole, and then you rest your pinky here. And the goal is you move with your thumb and keep your top part steady. So that's how you're going to operate scissors. I don't know if you guys knew that, but you do now. And in addition to scissors, you're going to need a comb. Of course, you guys know I love acetate combs. I think they're great out there, but many other comb options out there. So when I'm combing it myself, the general process I have is to fluff it out and create layers. And from there, I'll just go around and trim kind of like the shape of the beard that I want. So it's going to be kind of following my chin line like that. Like that. And what I like to do is cut off very little. So like if I want to cut off 1 inch, then I'll try to do it at a 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch at a time. And then just gradually bring it up until it's my desired length. And sometimes what I'll do is after I'm done brushing or after I'm done cutting, I'll brush it down, take a look, and go and sleep on it, and then do the same thing the next day. So I'll kind of trim my beard over a series of a couple days. And the reason behind that is depending on how your hair lays. I mean, beard hairs, they're crazy. They're going all over. You don't know exactly what they're doing. So it's important to give it a couple days to see how your beard's going to look naturally, so that you can get all of those weird stray straight hairs. One other additional information I'd like to point out is never trim your beard while it's wet. You're going to want to do it while it's dry and while you have the natural lay of your beard. If you do it when it's dry, if you do it when it's wet, then what's happening is the beard is laying down and it's heavier, it's straighter than it normally would be. So you run the risk of trimming up higher than you may want to or you may desire. But don't worry about making mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. And also remember that if you make a mistake, it doesn't necessarily mean you've got to shave off or trim off the whole beard. A lot of people probably aren't even going to notice the mistake. I've always been fond of scissors because it's harder to make mistakes. It's harder to cut off giant chunks of your hair or your beard. Whereas when you're using clippers, I've seen and I've heard so many accidents where they get the wrong guard, they forget to put the guard on, and all of a sudden they've got like a giant inverse sideburn. So if you're going to use clippers, if that's going to be part of your style, then be sure to double and triple check your length to make sure that you're not going to over trim it. Sometimes your partners or your wife or your spouse or your kids, they play around with it and they change those settings. So never just grab it and go. But I always like using the scissors. Now, when you want to get your beard trimmed by a barber, one of the most common questions I get is, where should I get my beard trimmed? And that's a question that a lot of you guys have. You can, do like everyone else and just search on the internet and hope that you find someone who knows what they're doing. If they have beard trims on their menu or on their order sheet, then the chances are they do it pretty frequently. One really, really good tip that I would highly recommend is go to your local beard club or ask the president of your local beard club who they go to and who's good for beard trims. They're typically in the know with the local barbers who do good jobs, and they'll have referrals for people. So that's always kind of like my first recommendation is go to your local beard club or go to another dude who's got a killer beard and ask him where he gets his beard trims. So trim those beards, have them looking your best. Let me know what you think of my beard in the comments. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Cheers. And beard on.